My name is Hoffsman Ospino, and I am a professor of theology and religious education at Boston College School of Theology and Ministry in the United States of America. The process of the Synod in this country has been a fascinating experience, one that has a mix of skepticism, but at the same time, enthusiasm. The process of the Synod has involved so far hundreds of thousands of Catholics in this country from almost every single ethnic, racial, social group. In the United States of America, during the first phase of the Synod, we had an entire participation, a full participation of the 178 Latin dioceses, which all contributed synthesis. In this country, the Catholic Church, the bishops of the United States of America, have divided the country in 15 different regions. And we heard from all regions. Catholics met in their parishes, their apostolic movements, organizations, schools, universities, institutions, and many other settings. And they put together reports. Actually, there was a 16th region that was created, and this is a region that brought together Catholic organizations, national ministries, and individual contributions, people who decided to send their reports, their observations directly. All in all, 700,000 participants in this country were part of the different processes in parishes, dioceses, organizations, and institutions. We know that about 30,000 opportunities to contribute were created all throughout the country, and the USCCB received a total of 22,000 reports, and they were all compiled into a final synthesis document for the first phase of the Synod. What were some of the key topics that emerged from the conversations? Let's keep in mind that there are about 68 million Roman Catholics in the United States of America, 68 million. Very diverse community, white Euro-American, Hispanic, Black, Asian, Native American, millions of immigrants constantly arriving in the United States of America, and many others who have lived in this country for generations, many experiences. But among the many topics that we can see emerging, we can see, for instance, there was a strong mentioning of what's called the enduring wounds of the community. The church in this country still feels the pain for the scars emerging from the sexual abuse scandal on the part of church leaders, clergy particularly. The wounds of COVID-19, questions of racism, questions of polarization and marginalization. All these were deeply, deeply felt and named as realities that need to be addressed in the life of the church. Unfortunately, because many of them continue to separate communities. At the same time, the report and the many conversations about synodality pointed to the need to create more spaces for communion and participation, more opportunities definitely to participate in the liturgy. But one of the key points was the invitation to be a more welcoming church, a church that welcomes immigrants and refugees, a church that welcomes Catholics who are members of the LGBTQ community, a church that is welcoming of its diversity, people who are and have special needs, and particularly people who are young. There's a strong concern about how to retain young people and how to continue to ensure that they stay Catholic. There is definitely a desire for ongoing formation, to know more the Catholic social teaching, to know more ways to communicate the gospel, to assume responsibility in the church. There is also an opportunity for us to remember that prior to the Synod, the Latino Catholic community that constitutes about 43% of the entire Catholic population in this country went through a process of synodal dialogue called the Fifth National Encuentro of Hispanic Latino Ministry. More than 300,000 people participated, and many of their insights emerged and were integrated into these final reports. In the continental phase, now there is a conversation, there is dialogue with Canada. No, it's North America, and most of the dialogue is going to be done via Zoom meetings online, bringing together delegates, and we look forward to the results to continue to carry this wisdom and these recommendations into the next phase of the Synod at the local level and at the universal level.